If you've been following this topic, you know we're skipping the polite, face-saving small talk right out of the gate. We are diving deep into a recent, really raw analysis that explores a reality a lot of people in our culture kind of want to sweep under the rug, but thousands of women are living it literally every single day. We're looking at exactly why modern Filipinas are making some very specific choices when it comes to relationships. Now, when we talk about this shift, you always hear that same lazy, outdated response, right? People say, oh, it's just for the money, it's just to get a passport. But guys, it is 2026. That narrative is officially dead. What this analysis so brilliantly points out is that this is absolutely not about luxury. It's a survival mechanism. It is a necessary escape from a deep systemic crisis that is happening right in front of us.
So here's the question that gets thrown around online with so much harsh judgment. Why are so many modern Filipinas actively choosing foreign men? Just let that sink in for a second. It's a highly provocative question. And the women who are facing all this judgment online, they are absolutely exhausted by all the assumptions. Because to really understand this shift, we actually have to look at the root of the problem right at home.
Which brings us to part one, the mama's boy crisis, or being paralyzed by upbringing. Okay, here is the staggering reality that we just have to speak out loud. We are witnessing a whole generation of adult men who are jobless or, honestly, have absolutely zero motivation to even look for a job. We're talking about fully grown men who remain completely dependent on their parents well into their 30s. And the sociology behind this? It points straight to households that are missing a stable, present father figure. Through broken families, abandonment, or just single mother dynamics, there is no one there to model true masculinity for these guys, or to show them what it actually takes to be a protector and a provider. And the crazy part is, the cycle doesn't even stop when these men do manage to get a job. The whole dynamic just persists. Their mothers are still handling their finances. Their extended family is still dictating all of their choices. You know, when a woman marries into this kind of situation, she isn't just getting a partner. She is legally tethering herself to an entire clan. She's expected to play third wheel to his mother, constantly please his relatives, and just blindly absorb all of their collective expectations.
So that leads us to section 2, the 50-50 relationship trap, and why the math just doesn't add up.
This right here is so crucial to understand. Nowadays, we see local men aggressively demanding a 50-50 split on everything. Rent, bills, dates, the whole shebang. They want absolute financial equality from their women. But let's look at the actual math of that logic. What happens when it comes to pregnancy or postpartum recovery? What about the sleepless nights, the breastfeeding, the brutal physical toll of childrearing? Suddenly, all that 50-50 logic just magically vanishes. That massive physical and emotional burden falls 100% on the woman. And while she is out there carrying that immense load, the source material paints this just crushing reality of what the partner is often doing. We are seeing countless brilliant professional Filipinas trying to balance high-powered careers, managing the entire mental load of the household, the budget, the extended family drama, all while their partner is literally addicted to online gaming or losing money on gambling apps and somehow still finding the time to chat with other women on the side. These men are just flat out refusing to step up. So because of this massive imbalance, modern women have been forced into an aggressive, hyper-vigilant survival mode. They're forced to step way into their masculine energy just to lead, defend, and fix everything around them. But what they secretly crave, deep down, is to just drop that guard. To step back into their feminine energy, feel safe, and be able to rest for a minute without feeling like the whole world is going to fall apart. The simple, totally honest truth highlighted in this analysis is just this. Women do not want to carry this sword every single day. This right here is a really powerful emotional pivot away from the total exhaustion of local dating. Because it's not about wanting luxury at all. It's about just wanting some peace. And that brings us to this beautiful concept of the anchor. These women are longing for a man who is strong enough, secure enough, and stable enough to actually hold the weight of the world with them. They're looking for a true partner who acts as an anchor in their life rather than feeling like they've just adopted yet another dependent that they have to raise.
Let's move to section 3, the Western endgame or looking for an adult.
Listen, when a modern Filipina looks across borders, she is absolutely not looking for some fairy tale. She is looking for an adult. She's looking for a culture where men are actually raised to leave the nest, to stand on their own 2 feet, and to build an identity that is completely separate from their parents' shadow. I mean, imagine how incredibly refreshing it is for a woman who has spent years being the designated grown-up in her relationships to finally find someone who actually takes pride in being a provider. Someone who isn't just looking for a second mother to clean up after him. It's the ability to finally just breathe.
Now on to Section 4, Surviving the Digital Jungle, also known as the app phase.
But we really need a grounded reality check here, right? If you are on international dating sites right now, you know exactly how brutal and exhausting this journey can be. It is absolutely a dual frustration. Women have to filter through this endless sea of hypersexualized men who view them through this completely disrespectful, exotic lens, demanding instant online fun within 5 minutes of chatting, which is deeply offensive. But meanwhile, the decent men out there are walking through a total minefield of fake profiles and scammers demanding cash, which makes them incredibly cynical before they even get to meet a real woman.
I feel like this quote perfectly captures the digital dating landscape today. Good women are guarded and good men are paranoid. It takes immense, almost unbelievable patience to clear out all of that noise. But the source material ultimately concludes that for those who do manage to survive this wild app phase, the reward is a relationship built on true stability, mutual respect, and genuine partnership. So I want to turn this over to you for a second. Have you reached your breaking point with local dating? Or if you are already in an international relationship, how did you survive the digital jungle? Take a moment, reflect on your own experiences, and definitely drop your thoughts below. Catch you next time as we continue to break down these fascinating realities.